Welcome into the show, everyone. It's great to have you here. Let's dive right into the big news of the day. It's straight out of the lingerie world. I know you guys have been working hard. You haven't been concentrating on what's going on in the world of lingerie. That's my job. That's why I get paid to work here at Outkick, Screencaps. That's my domain. Listen, big news. We told you yesterday that Sydney Sweeney was going to start maybe debut a lingerie line. Guess what? She made the announcement today. This morning, Sydney Sweeney made the announcement that SYRN, they're calling it SYRN, it's SYRN. They have announced that she is now the, I guess the owner. I don't know. She is not like just a client. She's not just a influencer for this lingerie. It is believed that she is now pretty much the owner, the person running the operation. She is the face of SYRN Lingerie. Major announcement. And you see the title on the YouTube thumbnail where I've got it as Lingerie War. If you think about where we're at right now in the lingerie world, Victoria's Secret has been pretty much off the radar for about the last 6 years as they've gone through every sort of woke ideal. It's been ideology thrown. It's everything that's woke has been at Victoria's Secret. Now along comes Sydney Sweeney. Here she is. This is what we're going to get from SYRN, guys. Sydney Sweeney, 28 years old. This isn't just some lingerie company where she's going to be the backer or she's going to be the face of it. She has backers that include Jeff Bezos, Jeff's wife, Lauren Sanchez. You guys know her. She is the one that has a crazy look after a lot of plastic surgery. We love Lauren Sanchez, though, and she loves lingerie. She loves Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney was actually at their wedding. At the Bezos wedding. So that is how deep into the Bezos money Sydney Sweeney is. And now she is the face of SYRN. Here we go. A little more of Sydney Sweeney. This is the lingerie that your wife is going to be able to buy. Your girlfriend can buy it. You can buy it for your girlfriend. So Sydney Sweeney definitely making buzz. Here we go again. More content. Just look at the content that they are putting out already and compare that to what you have seen out of Victoria's Secret over the last 6 years. You don't see this very often out of Victoria's Secret. I'm going to show you exactly how Victoria's Secret responded today. Let me get the video. Victoria's Secret this morning, they had the chance to respond by putting out some sort of piece of content. Here is how Victoria's Secret responded to a lingerie war launched by Sydney Sweeney.
Women have always invited me into their spaces since I was very, very young, and I've always felt more comfortable with women.
Now, that is Angel Reese, guys. That is Angel Reese from the WNBA. Yeah, there you see it.
I think I'm like in the steward of
and then we have this guy talking about how he loves lingerie and how the women have let him into his space. So that is what Victoria's Secret put on Instagram this morning was Angel Reese in lingerie. That is how they responded to Sydney Sweeney in lingerie. They literally put it up about the same time as Sydney Sweeney's announcement went live. It is why this lingerie war could be over. Clay Travis predicted that Sydney Sweeney, this would make her a billionaire. That sounds far-fetched, right? But if you look at what Sydney Sweeney did for American Eagle, and you go back, I ran this back 6 months. She actually went to work promoting American Eagle about mid-July. The stock is up. This says 94%. I went back to about July 10th. The stock is up 135% since Sydney Sweeney got stuffed into those American Eagle jeans. That is the power of Sydney Sweeney, and that is what SYRN, let me bring it back up. That is what SYRN is about to do for lingerie. She is about to go absolutely balls to the walls, modeling lingerie. If you guys haven't been over to the Instagram account yet, It's unbelievable the content that she is putting out. You think about who the big pop culture icons are right now. It's her and nobody else. So who in the hell, who is Victoria's Secret going to go to here to win this war? I think Sydney Sweeney, brilliant move by Jeff Bezos. He put in $1 billion, or him and Michael Dell put in about $1 billion each. They're going to get a lot of money out of this. I think Victoria's Secret is in a tough situation here because what do you do? What is your answer? You know, you have dudes with dongs walking in your runway shows, and you think you're modeling to trans women is the answer, is insanity. It's not going to fly. Sydney Sweeney is going to win this war. Just watch. I also looked up this Victoria's Secret last year for Valentine's Day. They ran out of stock. Guys, I couldn't believe this. The Wall Street Journal on January 6th, I looked it up. Victoria's Secret ran out of stock for lingerie for Valentine's Day. That's how much of a mess they are. So I don't know. I think Sydney Sweeney runs the table here. She kills Victoria's Secret and wins this war running away. Speaking of wars, guys, I want you to see what happened today to Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks parent company. It's actually called Fat Brands, FAT Brands. They announced Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Of all the restaurants, I thought Twin Peaks had it made. I thought they were going to survive. But even Twin Peaks is going out of, not going out of business, but Chapter 11 bankruptcy. A lot of these mid-level cities are going to start losing Twin Peaks. You have to figure they'll start chopping quite a few of these restaurants off. Here in Toledo, Ohio, they have one. I can't believe they even keep the lights on in the place. I expect it to be closed. That said, Toledo still has a Hooters. It's literally a quarter mile separates the two. It's amazing that many that you could support two restaurants, but Toledo still has a Twin Peaks and a Hooters. For a mid-level city, that is big news. Big news today. Twin Peaks, you could be losing it soon. I know a lot of you love their food, so you know what? Get to Twin Peaks if you love it. You better hurry. Also, I saw this, guys. I want you to see. They're selling Curt Cignetti's headset from the national championship game. I took this screenshot at about 11 o'clock this morning. The current bid, $11,000. That was this morning. These people are going absolutely nuts over Curt Cignetti's headset. They're even spending, there's bids of $500 for towels that Indiana players used in the Peach Bowl. Yeah, $500. So, you know, if you remember my history, I own Cam Newton's game-worn pants that he wore in the BCS championship when Auburn won the national title. I believe it was 2010. I own those pants. I spent $1,500 on those pants. Cignetti's headset is now worth, is bid up to $11,510. I said it today on Twitter. I made a hell of a purchase back then when I bought those pants. One of these days I'll put them on here. I'll bring them on and show you guys. But here are the pants, guys. Those are the pants. You see the Busted Coverage logo. When I worked at Busted Coverage, I started Busted Coverage, by the way. I bought the pants. That is Jamie Edmondson, Playboy Playmate. She actually contacted me and said, I will model those pants for you. I said, absolutely, done deal. I sent her the pants. She got in the pants. That is not AI, guys. She actually wore the pants back in 2010. Let me show you another photo. There is Jamie in the pants. Those pants I now have those pants back. Cam Newton has signed those pants, and they are a piece of college football history, and I own them. So Cignetti's headset, $11,000. I bought the pants for $1,500, and I think it's a great purchase. One more thing, we're up against the clock. 10 minutes, guys. That's what I want you guys to see. The videos are going to last 10 minutes, 20 seconds, 10 minutes, 15 seconds. Let's get to the last thing. It is John Mellencamp. Look what he is doing, guys. He is smoking a cig as he is getting ready for his world tour. I don't even know if it's a world tour or like he's just traveling the United States playing his music. But John Mellencamp smoking a cig and on the treadmill. This guy is looking. He could not care less. He loves the cigs, and he loves Cignetti too. Big Indiana guy. So that I wanted you guys to see that before before John Mellencamp dies. By the way, I want you to see that he was on the treadmill. Let's get out of here. It's 10:41. I was under 11 minutes. Have a good night. See you in the next one.